Interesting engineering, definitely living up to their name when it comes to this story they've broke here. They have found a hydrogen-powered car that can promise 200,000 hours of life with minimal power loss. That is a lot. That is a hell of a lot. That's an incredible amount, really. Hydrogen is very much a kind of an experimental fuel when it comes to an alternative to gasoline-powered cars. It's something that a lot of people think has massive potential. I personally think it does as well, but there are some inherent problems with hydrogen as well. Not least the storage of hydrogen energy. It is very clean, it is very nice, it is something that just produces water vapor when it is burned, of course, but at the end of the day, that's all well and good, but you need to be able to sustainably store that as well, and that is the biggest issue when it comes to this. And some interesting viewpoints on this car, which I will read out as well after I go through this article here. So shout out to Georgina Jedivkovska, I think that's how you pronounce her last name, apologies if it's not, for breaking this story here, because like I said, this is a fascinating vehicle, this. Scientists in the United States have designed a new fuel catalyst that has the potential to significantly extend the lifespan of hydrogen fuel batteries to over 200,000 hours in a bid to develop a clean energy solution in long-haul transportation. The research team, led by Yu Huang, PhD, a professor of materials science at the University of California in LA, UCLA, Samueli School of Engineering, recently unveiled the groundbreaking catalyst design that combines pure platinum with a graphene protective layer and porous carbon support. Capable of powering fuel cells for nearly 7 times longer than the US Department of Energy DOA 2050 target, which stands at 30,000 hours of heavy-duty proton exchange membrane fuel cell systems, the advancement promises to bring sustainable long-haul tracking closer to reality by tackling one of the most persistent technical challenges: durability. Despite making up only 5% of all vehicles, medium and heavy-duty trucks are responsible for nearly a quarter of all automotive greenhouse gas emissions. While batteries offer a clean solution, their weight and slow charging times limit their use for long and large distance vehicles. Here in the UK, for example, the amount of trucks, lorries as we call them over here, that have electric battery capability, EV trucks, are extremely rare here. I think they make up like 1% of all sales every year, if even that. So overall, the entire makeup of long-haul HGVs, heavy goods vehicles here in the United Kingdom, is really small. And I imagine it's even less in the United States because of the vast distances that these trucks do across the country. With a projected power output of 1.08 watts per square centimetre, fuel cells featuring the new catalyst can deliver the same performance as conventional batteries that weigh up to 8 times more, the researchers said. In contrast, hydrogen fuel cells offer faster refueling and a much lighter alternative, but persistent catalyst degradation has until now limited their wider adoption. Fuel cells generate electricity by converting hydrogen's chemical energy, emitting only water vapor as a byproduct. While this makes them a promising alternative for cleaner transportation, conventional platinum alloy catalysts used to speed up the chemical reaction tend to lose effectiveness over time as alloying metals leach out under harsh conditions. So basically it's all right at first, but the degradation of it is the massive issue, really. The sustainability of the batteries, despite it being an actual sustainable fuel, making it is unsustainable because of the amount of times you'd have to replace these components. To tackle the issue, the researchers engineered an innovative particles within particle structure by embedding ultrafine platinum nanoparticles into graphene pockets, leveraging the graphene's extraordinary strength and conductivity. So from my limited knowledge of chemistry and a bit of engineering, basically they've enhanced the structure pretty much. They've weaved more particles in the actual structure to basically make it stronger. They've reinforced it effectively is what they've done there. They then nested these graphene encased particles within a porous carbon support material called Ketgen Black. The design reportedly shields platinum from the degradations. The design reportedly shields the platinum from the degradation typically seen in alloy-based catalysts, even during the intense voltage cycling required for heavy-duty vehicles. So yeah, this is absolutely massive, really, when it comes to longer and sustainable batteries for particularly heavy goods vehicles, for trucks, lorries, whatever what you want to call them, 18-wheelers. That's a massive thing at the end of the day, and I think it's got huge potential looking at it. But again, it's the long-term storage of it. I mean, they say that it'll improve it to that point more than what the actual recommendations of, the guidelines are, but we'll have to see what it is in practice. We'll bring you more news on this when it comes, of course, but it sounds very promising. Something as well that someone put in, I mean, I always read the comments of these articles before actually going and diving in and giving my thoughts, because it gives different perspectives at the end of the day. And one of the biggest comments on there was the fact that people are saying, well, why don't we convert gasoline powered cars to using hydrogen? And I think that's a fantastic idea if it can be done. And I imagine it would be doable for sure. But the thing is, at the end of the day as well, on top of that, it would probably cost, and people might want to, might be able to afford that cost. They might be able to afford that, kind of expense, but not everybody will. But then again, how expensive are these hydrogen cars going to be? That is always the thing, because new electric vehicles, for example, are consistently more expensive than their gas-powered equivalents. Not with the used market. Used EVs are typically cheaper, but there are different reasons for that. I've already gone into that in different videos. But yeah, I think this sounds promising for sure. They've still got to iron out some kinks effectively, but I think overall it's very positive. But let us know what you think about it in the comments below, guys. Is hydrogen the future of propulsion when it comes to our automotive needs? Your thoughts in the comments below. Like, share, comment, subscribe as always, guys. If you want to see more like this, I really appreciate your support. It's been absolutely incredible from you guys. Absolutely. It's been really positive here on the channel, so I'm really enjoying making these videos for you guys, as always. So yeah, have a great day wherever you're on the world. Have a great weekend as well.